Torbay radio show.
Well, good evening. It's just after 8 o'clock. It is Monday evening, which means it is the greatest time of the week. It's Torbay Hour. Good evening. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Martin, good evening to you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
You're not Rick.
I'm not Rick. I'm younger. A lot less hair. No, it's Simon here standing in for Rick while Rick has a nice day off, and he's picked a good one, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Now, Simon, you are not a stranger to Torbay Hour, are you?
I'm certainly not, no.
Tell everybody who you are.
At Disco Junction!
Hooray!
Yes, we're up for a good party night tonight. It's obviously bank holiday weekend. We've got some great Devon music that we can be playing for you. We've also got our featured account of the week coming up in a second. But first off, Martin, what's been happening in the business world over the last 7 days?
Well, everything's been on the build-up to Brixfest, I think. I know it's been a bit of a busy weekend. Everyone's been building up towards that, building up towards the Devon County show. So I think everyone's been off Twitter a little bit, but there's a lot of reasons for it.
Yeah, it's been great weather for the Devon County show in particular, and Brixfest finally managed to get everything in, didn't they, this weekend? Despite a bit of trouble.
A bit of an issue with the old weather, and the Yakovlevs nearly didn't turn up, but they managed to make it over today. So I believe they were waiting for me.
Happy days. Right, well, everyone should know how to get involved in the show, but in case they don't, and we've got any new listeners, how do they get involved, Martin?
You've got the hashtag TorbayHour, and also at Torbay_hour.
That is brilliant. Well, here we go. It's our featured account of the week. And this week it's Circus Star, and Rick caught up with them. Here we go. Circus Star, your featured account of the week on the Torbay Hour radio show for your Monday evening.
The featured accounts with the Works Torbay. Flexible, affordable workspace. A new way of working and doing business.
So we got Rachel Oliver joining us today. Now, Rachel, you work for a rather interesting organisation, I think.
Yes, it's called Circus Star. We're a world-class touring circus, but we're quite a special one in that we host relaxed, inclusive performances for children with additional needs and children from disadvantaged backgrounds. So we do 3 tours a year, and we've been going for about 28 years now, so we've reached over 1 million children, and all our tickets are free, so it's by invitation only. We work through a network of charities and community organisations that distribute our tickets, and our tickets are actually funded by local businesses in all the towns that we go and visit.
This is absolutely fantastic. Whose brainchild is this?
Originally, it was born out of the Gandhi family. I understand that many moons ago they had a friend of the family that wasn't well, was in need of going into a hospice, and they decided to put on a show to raise funds for the hospice, and decided that it was such a good idea that they would roll it out and do it every year. And then I think it was 2010, we actually turned into a social enterprise, so we're now separate from them, and we do this, as I said, 3 times a year, a spring, an autumn, and a winter tour. 2 of our tours are in the Big Top, and then the winter tour is in community centres and theatres. And yes, this is kind of what we do.
Fantastic. I mean, it's a really innovative idea. It's, I mean, obviously the circus at one point seemed to get a bit of a bad reputation when it was all the animals. But obviously you haven't got all that kind of stuff.
No, we're an all-human circus, and on the show this year I'm really proud of, because we've got a real mix of artists. We've got a Mexican clown who's hilarious, and then his 2 daughters, they do the rolling globes, so they're sort of teetering up on globes and going up platforms and things. And then we've got a couple of incredible aerial artists. One that's inside a kind of a sort of crystal clear globe that goes up in the Big Top, and she's a contortionist, so the globe sort of opens and she does the splits and all sorts. It's quite breathtaking.
Wow.
And then there's another, there's the Seric brothers. They use the Chinese pole and straps, and they literally descend from Big Top, kind of gravity defying, and stop within moments of the floor. So it's totally, there's no need for animals, because our artists, our human artists, are absolutely brilliant, and they have you on the edge of their seats, and there's fire, and there's bits of snow and all sorts, so there's everything thrown in there for people to enjoy. So, and the feedback we're getting has been incredible. Everybody's really, really enjoying it, and obviously because it's a particular kind of circus in that it's mostly children with additional needs, it's a really relaxed performance. So there's a sort of it's a very different atmosphere inside the Big Top, because obviously if somebody has a meltdown, nobody bats an eyelid. If someone wants time out, again, it's not a problem. We have a lot of children who are wheelchair users, so they go right up to ringside with their families. And so it's an incredible atmosphere inside the Big Top.
Right, let's go right back. Let's go right back to basics here. So you're coming to Torbay. It's Friday, isn't it? The 30th?
It's actually
Sunday,
the
31st.
Yes, it's kind of the Devon part of our spring tour. So we'll be doing Torbay on the 31st of May, and then Tuesday it will be Plymouth in Saltash, and then Thursday we're to Exeter, which is adjacent to the exhibition centre. So literally our troupe, it's an incredible operation. It's sort of a military operation in that they put the Big Top up, they do a performance on one day. After the performance in the evening, they take the Big Top down, then they travel the next day, and then there's a performance the following day. So it's literally travel circus.
Wow.
And it's been like that. We started off the tour a few weeks ago, and they will carry on till June. So it's quite relentless for them, but they absolutely thrive on it. So it's great to go and see them, because it's like seeing the show for the first time. I've seen about 4 times this spring tour, and it gets better and better.
So the circus comes to town. It's a special show, invitation only.
That's right.
That people apply for tickets. So how would they apply for tickets?
Well, there's a couple of ways that you can apply. What we've traditionally done is gone through a big network, as I say, of charities and community groups. So we have a database, and we approach people before the tour and ask them if they want tickets, and they allocate the tickets onto the families and children that they work with. But this year we've actually put on our website a little module where you can press and you can apply to get tickets yourself. So if you're not connected with a group, you can apply. And I mean, right up until the show date, we do get people saying, have you got tickets? Have you got spare tickets? And we do our absolute utmost to try and fulfill all those ticket requests. Because obviously it's really key to us that as many families and children enjoy it and have that sort of special time and that treat at the circus.
I bet you there's quite a few open mouths at some of the kids.
No, it is incredible. We've also started a kind of circus selfie little thing on social media for the last couple of tours, and that's brilliant, because obviously you get to share that experience with people, and we get some brilliant feedback. I mean, obviously it's a trip to the circus, which is fantastic in itself, but what we've really found from the feedback we've got from families, it's so much more. It's about kind of social inclusion, but also about people finding confidence. We had one little boy who's been coming to our circus for absolutely years and years, and he's on the autistic spectrum, so he obviously gets quite anxious in unknown situations. And one of the times that he came, he actually got the confidence to go and buy himself some popcorn at the interval, because all our troupe do face painting and actually sell the merchandise and sell the popcorn at the interval. It means that they're kind of familiar faces to the audience, and that gives people the courage to kind of go out there and go and buy their popcorn. And his mum said that was a massive breakthrough for him, because obviously it meant that going forward, other things that he wanted to try but was a little bit anxious about, she would use that as an example and say, well, when you went to see Circus Star, you managed it, so let's give it a go. And he's now 16, and he's decided that he wants to be an extras actor, and he's absolutely flying. He's really, it's been incredible, because we've seen him grow up. So it's those sorts of stories that come through which make you realise that, that it does have more of a lasting impact on the children that come to see us. So obviously we make sure that we're there every year, and people have it in their calendars to come and see us.
How long have some of the acts been working with you?
It's this particular troupe are kind of pulled together. The troupes get pulled together for each different tour, and for this tour it'll be the same as the autumn tour. We've had different artists come and go. It tends to be the same show managers that work with us. It's a man and wife that run the shows, and they're very much into the ethos of Circus Star, and they're very much about inclusion. They've got a very exciting time at the moment, because they've got one little boy, and they're actually Wanna, who's the show manager, is actually expecting. She's due actually today.
Oh, wow.
So obviously they're on tour, so that's going to be very interesting. But yes, they're the glue that holds it all together. And then obviously we get in different acts, because we want to keep the shows nice and fresh and new and original. So obviously we want to kind of get new people in. But as I say, the troupe at the moment really works. It's just a brilliant mix of acts.
So when the new acts join, do they know what they're in for in the nicest possible way?
Yes, definitely. definitely. I mean, it's very, you know, obviously that's part of it. They're chosen with that in mind. So obviously, although it's a typical circus show and it's all world-class acts, you know, there is a certain amount of thought that goes in artistically as to what's chosen, because obviously if you have children on the autistic spectrum, things like sort of very sudden surprises, like I know, you know, some circuses have maybe motorbikes or big explosions going off and things like that, and we tend to steer away from that. Although there's lots of thrills and spills, it's paced in such a way that it's not going to be too much for some children to cope with. So it's just nicely paced, and there's sort of highs and there's lows, but it's all quite signposted. One of the things that we've been working on recently is an app for children with autism. So we've had funding to be able to develop that, and you can download it from our website. It's free. It's only available from the App Store at the moment. We're working on it being on Android, but it's like a little social story. So you can look through what's going to happen, what the big top looks like outside, where you're going to sit. You can have a little taster of the different acts that are involved. So it gives you the chance to kind of prepare yourself for a trip to the circus and kind of get accustomed to it.
You've won awards for that as well, haven't you, I think?
Yes, we got a National Autistic Society Award, which we're very proud of. Yeah, and we've got huge ambitions to kind of roll it out and do other ideas with it. We involved a lot of kids and families in it to kind of road test it, and they had very particular ideas about what they wanted and what they didn't want. And since then, parents have come back and said, you know, it'd be great if we could use this for things like when there's transitions at schools, you know, going from sort of infants to juniors, or going from class to class when you need to know who your new teacher is or where your bag goes, or, you know, that kind of thing, or where you're going to line up. So we want to try and explore other ideas using the same sort of concept but in different areas. So it's kind of still the circus star kind of idea of trying to obviously help people reach their potential and be included, but obviously use that circus star app, which has been so great for us in other situations.
Brilliant. So let's drag this back to business, if we may, briefly.
Yeah.
There's opportunities for local businesses to be involved here, isn't there?
Absolutely. Yes, we love that. I mean, a lot of our businesses re-pledge each year. We've got great relationships with the businesses in
Just pause there. When you're saying pledging, what's the actual opportunity for a local business? How would they get involved, and what are they actually doing?
There's lots of tiers of sponsorship, if you like. We operate a donated ticket program. So it could be something as simple as a hairdresser's down the road decide that they want to send a child to the circus, and they can just buy that ticket in order for that child and their family to go to the circus. Or they can buy multiple tickets, but they can also influence who those tickets go to. They can perhaps say, oh, well, actually, we've got connections with a local school, and we would really like the children who've got statements to go to the circus, and we'd like to kind of facilitate those tickets going to that organisation or that particular club or what have you. So there's chance for that. But we also have things like we have a big screen at the circus, so obviously we can advertise businesses, and that's part of what they could buy into potentially. But mainly we're looking to kind of get the tickets, you know, sponsor the tickets for the children to go. So that's what we ask, and we sort of approach businesses. It can be quite small, medium-sized businesses, and it's entirely up to them what they feel that they can give. And like I say, we have the businesses that we go back to year on year, and we're very lucky, and a lot of the businesses say, yes, we'll do it again. We've got great feedback. And we always make sure that the businesses sort of have the thank yous from the children. We're really lucky in that a lot of the children draw pictures and write thank you cards to us, and it's so touching receiving them, and we want the businesses to see that too, because obviously that makes it all worthwhile. We're very much into snail mail in Circus Star. We like telephones so we can talk to people, and we like kind of, you know, lovely cards to send on to the businesses that have made it all possible. So yes, that's kind of what we're hoping, that, you know, new businesses will come on all the time, and it means that then eventually we might be able to expand. Maybe we can stay for 2 days in a venue and put on more shows. That's obviously our aim.
So what's the kind of entry level? If someone's just going to buy a family ticket to go to the circus, what do they need to part with?
I think it's £20 to £30, something like that.
Oh, so it's really, you know, really anyone could do it.
It's quite a small, sort of nominal amount of money, but it just means so much to that family. I mean, a lot of the families that we work with might be, you know, have sort of very little money and are unable to get to the circus or do anything as a family even. And we do get those letters that are written in by mums that says you can't quite believe how important this is to us. You know, we just about make enough money to be able to put food on the table, and actually going out as a family is out of our reach normally. That wouldn't be possible, and to go and experiencing something like this as a family is wonderful without the pressure of knowing, especially for children with additional needs who are also, you know, on very low incomes. Because obviously if that child then gets distressed and they have to leave after a certain time, there's all that stress and pressure. And obviously if they've been given the tickets, they can use our app beforehand, so hopefully the child's ready and prepared for what's going to happen. But also there's not that stress to begin with, which then obviously the child starts to feel and starts to get worried. So, you know, in that way, it's a very relaxed opportunity for a family to have shared time together, which we all know is really important when we've all got such busy lives, don't we? So
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, it's a chance for local businesses to actually make a real difference as well, isn't it? For not very much money. Rachel, 3 opportunities in Devon. Recap the dates and the venues.
Sunday, the 31st of May, we're actually in Torbay. Then Tuesday, the 2nd of June, Plymouth in Saltash. And then on the 4th of June, Thursday, we're in Exeter, and that's opposite the Exhibition Centre. Brilliant. So, yes.
So is it too late for people to get involved?
No, not at all.
No. How would people get in touch?
Basically, if you go on our website, find out a little bit more about us. It's www.circun-star.org.uk. All the contact details for us are on there. You can get in touch with us online. We've got a Twitter account. We've got a Facebook account. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can get in touch. And we'd love to hear from either people that want tickets or businesses that are interested in perhaps sponsoring us or finding out a little bit more before they obviously pledge. We're more than happy to talk to people about what we do and what it means. So yes, please do get in touch.
Brilliant. Rachel, thank you so much for your time. Have a fantastic time in Devon, and we look forward to getting you back very soon.
We will do. Thank you very much.
The featured accounts with the Works Torbay. Flexible, affordable workspace. A new way of working and doing business.
Ah, well, there we are. Head off to the circus. Sounds like a good one, doesn't it?
It's got to be done.
Right, Martin, what's coming in on the feed on Twitter?
Right, OK, so the very first thing we've got to do is wish Mrs Disco Junction a happy 30th birthday. You can kill Simon later on for that one.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Also, the Music Mill have a new show starting on Thursday, so the new show has been tweeting at Ignite on Air. That's starting on Thursday from 7 o'clock. I've heard some of the music that's coming on there. It's going to be brilliant.
It's really good dance music, isn't it? 90s, noughties and today with Liam Gilson, and I hope I've pronounced that correct.
If not, I'm sure he'll tell you. Also, Dot's Pantry's been on showing his pics from last week. They had HMS Torbay given the freedom of the town, so they were marching all through the town, and he's posting some brilliant pictures all week, so check that lot out. At Find My Treasure, he's hiding a treasure chest somewhere in Devon at some point, so give him a follow, and you never know, you might find his treasure.
That sounds quite promising.
I bet it's in Exeter.
I bet it's not cake.
I bet it's not cake.
But we've got cake tonight.
Right, it's all good. I'm going to find a load of pirates from Brixham, and I'm going to find that treasure. Also, at Team Griffiths are also at WASD, We Are South Devon, so give them a follow. If you're looking for any advertising opportunities at the moment, then they have plenty of slots on there. So there's a few people for you to follow, and it's all good. It's busier than we thought it would be tonight, actually.
That's brilliant. We've also got some good tips for your Twitter profile page coming up, but we think it's about time that we played a bit of a summary track, because it is Bank Holiday Monday after all. It is the Torbay Hour radio show, the best Twitter hour in the UK. Dare I say globally?
Oh, of course.
Definitely. Well, this is a great track to get you in that summery mood. It's a Devon band. It's called the Hot House Band, and this is Island Refuge on the Torbay Hour radio show.
You
tweeting business in Torbay and South Devon. This is the TorbayHour radio show.
Ah, well, there we go. I told you it'd be a bit summery, didn't I? And that certainly was. The Hot House Band and Island Refuge. As ever, if you're a Devon band, or even Torbay would be even better, you can send your music into TorbayHour and the Music Mill, and we will get the best of them played out on the show every Monday. And Rick is back next week. Right, well, we've got some tips now, haven't we, for Twitter?
Yeah, you've been doing your investigations.
I have. Inspector Lee in the house.
Throw them at me then, let's have a chat.
Right, the top tip, and this has come, I suppose I should credit this has come from marketingdonut.co.uk, and it is purely aimed at small businesses on Twitter. And then top number one tip seems very simple, and it is this: fill in your Twitter profile completely. You've got, on average, 3 seconds to draw people's attention when they come and check out your page.
Yes, definitely. When we were chatting about this earlier, I sort of pointed out that we've got sort of 5,000 odd followers at the moment, and every single one of those followers we have read their bio. And because we want to make sure that we're following the people from Torbay, so that everyone from Torbay can look at our follow and basically...
it's like a unique yellow pages online for just Torbay.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's quite interesting sort of seeing what people put in there. But yeah, definitely, people want to know what your business is all about and maybe where you are. So, you know, if you're a local business that can't really go out of the area, then make sure you put your location on there as well.
Yeah, something very simple, but it's that basic information that people will need the minute they visit your page. They want to know, what do you deliver, where do you deliver it, and how can I get hold of you?
Exactly, yes.
Those 3 basic points, which seems like we take it for granted.
Well, it's your, you know, it's they say a picture paints 1,000 words or something like that. It's the first chance you get of seeing who this person is. So, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and talking about a picture paints 1,000 words, their second tip was have a good icon or image that catches the eye.
It's almost as if I planned it.
It was. And I can say Martin didn't plan that, because everything that's written down about these tips is actually on my side of the desk, so he can't see this. He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. You know, you need a good icon, because, I mean, you know, if you see any stream, then you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of tweets, and you want yours to stand out. If people are following you, they want to be able to see who you are. So, yeah, definitely a good, strong icon is worth doing. Also, make sure it looks good when it's on a desktop screen.
Yes.
You know, sometimes it looks great on a little phone screen, and then you blow it up and it looks really, really pixelated.
Yeah, or it's wonky, or simple things like that. We found that with ours, that we did it mobile,
yeah,
and then when you look at the desktop, it was slightly wonky, so we made sure we adjusted it to match both.
Yeah, check it out on everything that your followers might look at.
Definitely. And the final one for the moment is include a link to your website, if you have one, or your blog.
That's a no-brainer, isn't it, really?
That really is.
Yeah.
But
if people want to find out more, I mean, if we can't find out where people are, then I quite often click on the link to their website and go and have a look on their website and see if they're around. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yes. There we go.
There's
see?
There's
the top 3 tips for now. Right, let's get another track on, shall we?
Yeah, more music.
Why not? This is another great one sent in. It's Little Lappin', and it's Friendship on Fire. This is the TorbayHour radio show, sponsored by the Babacom Party Nights. Don't forget the hashtag you need, hashtag TorbayHour, and give them a follow at Torbay_hour whilst you're there. Little Lappin', Friendship on Fire on the TorbayHour radio show.
You and I talk a lot, be content with what you've got. How well you know me, it's how it should be. Are we gonna be together or not? Things you heard, things you know, they gave us time to grow. Did you ever stop to notice me falling? It gets exciting, there's no denying. This is friendship on fire. I can hide it, you're invited. This is friendship on fire. 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 Something else caught my eye. cliche, maybe, but that don't faze me. Does love ever run on time? Things you've heard, things you know, they gave us time to grow. Did you ever start to notice me falling? It gets exciting, no denying. This is friendship on fire. I can hide it, you're invited. This is friendship on fire. 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 I don't know how to say it to you. I don't know how to say it to you. I don't know how to say it to you. I don't know how to say it to you. I don't know, 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 I don't know how to say it to you. It gets exciting, there's no denying. This is friendship on fire. I can hide it, you're invited. This is friendship on fire. 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 Friendship on fire.
Little Lappin and Friendship on Fire on the TorbayHour radio show. It's Monday evening. Simon in for Rick, but he is back next week. Normal service will resume. Martin, what's been going on the Twitter feed?
Right, so we have... I need to do slightly different. Right, so Secret Artists they were on, so they provide affordable singing waiters and flash mob shows. Get my eyeglasses on, I think.
It's all that chocolate and cake.
I'm not used to it. The sugar's hitting my system. It's just going crazy. At Unleashed Web, they've got an innovative web design, e-commerce solutions and smart digital marketing. So if you're looking for a new website, give them a shout. Also, Marketing Geeks, their Twitter handle is at marketinggeeks_, close to 600 followers. So give them a quick follow and follow them for loads of information about how to up your Twitter game and things like that. Eric W. Irish, they've got £5 off the range with his tweet. So if you want to go down the range and shoot some guns and try to do something a bit different.
Brilliant.
You know, if you've got teenagers, get them down, and they're on half-term holiday or something.
You can't shoot the teenagers. You may want to, but...
Oh, ignore that then.
Yes.
And if you've got a boat, please can you follow Seaway Insurance? Just give him a follow and see if we can stop these puns that are coming out. He's got all the boat puns coming out tonight, so yeah, please give him a follow.
Yeah, where he can insure your boat.
Yes, indeed. That was the first one I saw. It's just like, oh no, it's going to be one of those nights.
Doesn't take a lot to make me happy. Ask the wife.
Well, yeah, there you go.
You're right. Also, we've been asked to give a shout out for a charity appeal. For a Just Giving page. Now, you may or may not know the incredible Lion Star signed to Music Mill Records. You must have heard of them, Martin.
Yes, definitely.
Brilliant, yes. They have an album, Feels Like the Right Time, and at the moment, actually, all of the money that from their album is actually going to the Nepalese appeal. So every single penny they're making from that album will go to Nepal to help the people. So that's a good one. They've also been in the studio, right here at the Music Mill Studios, recording their latest album, which is set to be a good one. But Martin Colwood from Lion Star, his wife is doing something amazing on June the 1st, which isn't that far away now. His wife will actually be shaving her head to raise money for Cancer Research UK. Not only will she be giving the money that she's donating, her hair will also be donated to make wigs for poorly children.
Oh, wow.
Which is absolutely incredible. You can find out all about her, and you just need to go to her Just Giving page. So if you're ready for this, it's justgiving.com/Laura-Colwood, and Colwood is spelled CALLWOOD. So far, she's raised £421, which is absolutely incredible and to be commended, but £700 is her target. So with a little bit of help from the Torbay Hour followers and partakers, I'm sure we could get her
Go, go, go.
pretty much there. Right, well, we've got one of our artists signed to Music Mill Records now. This should be a good one. You can find out more about her if you head over. I'll just give a little bit of a plug, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
musicmillrecords.co.uk is where you need to go. And there's lots of great information there about all of the signed artists to Music Mill, including this young lady. She's got an amazing voice. It's the one and only Sarah Yo. And this is Be Happy on the Torbay Hour radio show, sponsored by the Babacom Inn Party Nights.
You lost your way. You used to have things to say. Now your words get twisted out of shape. Now you need to be dragged from your bed. There's no room in your head. You're feeling blue and I know that your color is red. Wanna see you smile again. Wanna hear you sing again. Wanna see that sparkle back in your eyes. So get up and put your face on. Go put your best pair of jeans on. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy. Get out and feel under. You gotta get your confidence up. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy, yeah. And just be happy, yeah. Tell me what I should do. You know that I tell the truth. You can have my ear anytime you choose. You're losing a hold of your grip. Nothing seems to fit. Now you put yourself in your own heart's way. Wanna see you smile again. Wanna hear you sing again. Wanna see that sparkle back in your eyes. So get up and put your face on. Go put your best pair of jeans on. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy. Get up and feel under. Gotta get your confidence up. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy, yeah. Oh, and just be happy, yeah. And just be happy. Oh, you could be strong again. Oh, you're older now. Don't let it beat you down. Oh, you could be strong again. And all like this, you better make it down. Yeah. So get up and put your face on. Go put your best pair of jeans on. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy. Get up, feel under. Gotta get your confidence up. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy. Get up and put your face on. Go put your best pair of jeans on. Come on, come on, come on. And just be happy. Get up and feel under. Gotta get your confidence up. Come on, come on, come on. Just be happy, yeah.
The Torbay Hour radio show, brought to you by the Babacom Inn Christmas Party Nights.
What a great song. Sarah Yo. Be happy. Well, we've got some more tips for you now on Twitter. And Martin hasn't pre-seen them, so let's see if he gets the link right.
Nope.
Right, tip number 4 for your Twitter feed. For small businesses, this is, so it is aimed at all of us. Find people to follow, people who are interesting to you, who could give you interesting ideas and who could benefit from your services. And the first name that comes to mind, obviously...
Me.
Yes!
Yeah, at Torbay_out. Yeah, I mean, we always sort of say, give these a follow, give those a follow, they're getting close to this, close to that. Well, all we're doing is promoting local businesses. So if you follow local businesses, then you're more likely to start chatting to them, and if you start chatting to them, then you can do business with them. So make sure you follow people.
And TorbayHour saved a 4-year-old's birthday party on the weekend as well. That is the power of social media.
Yeah, something like that.
But it connects people, and it sounds, again, this is really simple, basic things, but it's something that is quite easy to overlook and take for granted.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times somebody sort of comes to us and says, oh, do you know of a ... You know, people are sending tweets out like that all the time, not just to us, but to the ether, really. So if you're connected to people, then they're going to say, "Oh yeah, do you know, like we did, you know, go speak to Disco Junction." So that's what happens, and that's what you need to do. You need to follow people, you need to chat to them, and you need to make a connection with them.
Yes, and on the back of that is follow back. If somebody follows you, this is tip number 5: is follow them back, because people engage more if you follow them back also.
Yeah, and also if you don't follow back, you might be missing out on direct messages. So, but I think now Twitter has changed it so you can almost direct message anybody. Yeah, you know, if you don't follow back, then you're not going to find out what's going on, are you? Really? And plus, if you don't follow back, then it just looks like you're not an active Twitter user.
Yeah, and we were talking about it earlier, about certain accounts which you may not want to follow because they will follow you to try and get you interested in them, particularly if they're abroad, and it's something that might not hit your sort of target audience or that of your customers either.
Well, there is that, but then, you know, it depends what you... Just because they're abroad, it doesn't mean you can't necessarily follow them. Yeah, you know, obviously everyone that you follow, you kind of want that connection with anyway, and it's usually to sell them something, especially as a small business. So yeah, if your followers do want something from you, but you can be picky and choosy as to who you follow back.
Yes, and also be polite is another one. That's really simple. I did 10 years in retail, and the lingo there was retail is detail, and it is. And we were always told there's no such thing as negative publicity. All publicity is good. However, you will find, I can't remember the stats, but if there's rudeness or people are dissatisfied by any sort of customer service or something that's been said, more people will hear about that than good service. If you make one wrong sort of move, a lot more people are going to hear about that, which could be a bit detrimental to your business. So be polite is actually their 6th tip.
Especially nowadays, because it only takes one person to hit retweet, and it goes around, and it can go viral before you know it. There was a well-known case of a woman, she sort of made a joke and then got on a plane to South Africa, and by the time she got off the plane at the other end, she'd lost a job because of this one tweet that she had sent. So, yeah, you do need to be careful what you say, you need to be polite, but that's kind of just a life hack. That's not a Twitter
isn't it
hack.
Just? Yes. Oh, I've learned that at work.
Oh, yes.
Calm down before you send the email.
Deep breathe.
Yes.
Breathe in.
And the final one for the moment is get up to speed on the Twitter lingo. And I must admit, I am a bit guilty of not being up to speed on the Twitter lingo.
Is there a Twitter lingo, or am I just being a bit...
Well, apparently Twitter has a dictionary that you can access online of all the Twitter speak. I'd imagine it's things like hump day, is it, or hashtag FF, and I couldn't remember what hashtag FF stood for the other day.
Hashtag follow Fridays.
That's the one.
Yeah, so Fridays tends to be follow Fridays, so it's a case of, you know, tag all your friends in a tweet and tell everyone else to follow them. Hump day is Wednesdays because you're over the hump of the week.
Yep.
And RT retweet. MT is something like a mention tweet or something like that. I'm not even up to date with all of them.
No, but get a general gist of the main ones that you may use.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to get you some more tips later, but obviously you need to get in touch with the show, and it's really simple to do that. It's at Torbay_hour, and don't forget to use the hashtag TorbayHour in every tweet you send so that we can see them right here in the studio and we will give you a mention. It's that simple, really,
It's
isn't
that easy. It's dead easy.
Right, well, it's coming up 20 to 9 now. It's Monday evening. It's the Torbay Hour radio show. So we're going to play you another song from a Devon-based artist. This time, it's a young guy called Aaron Samuel. It's a very catchy track. It's Judgment Day on the Torbay Hour radio show, sponsored by the Babacom Inn Party Nights.
Back when I was young, I held back my tongue and let everyone else make my choices. Now I'm stuck here in a house made of speakers, hear everyone else's voices. Trapped like a fly in a beaker of glass, I can see but I can't get away. I'm floating in limbo with a soul full of sin, though I'm waiting for judgment day. My head's getting cold, cold. Swimming around in this cage, my service is sold, sold to the highest bidder for me. My head's getting cold, cold. And they're screaming at me inside, my heart's getting pulled, restrained by gravity. I'm sick of this silence, I'd rather have violence. I'm sick of these forces that making my choices. My chains will not break and my freedom's at stake. In this better at stake, yes, the title is fake. Sick of my halo, it's not gonna stay though. I'm out of control, a danger to all, awaiting disaster to the puppet master. As time's running fast, I'm rising at last from the ground, 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 from the ground. So from it I rose and the need to dispose you became clear to my mind. Desire to hurt you and block you and burn you all at the same time. The little young fly trapped in single eyes, so it longs just to lash out. But the false side is working behind my back, I can feel it crawling about. My head's getting cold, cold. Swimming around in this cage, my service is sold, sold to the highest bidder for me. My head's getting cold, cold. Screaming at me inside, my heart getting cold, restrained by gravity. I'm sick of this silence, I'd rather have violence. I'm sick of these forces, they're making my choices. My chains will not break and my freedom's at stake. In this better at stake, yes, the title is fake. Sick of my halo, it's not gonna stay though. I'm out of control, a danger to all, awaiting disaster to the puppet master. As time's running fast and I'm rising at last from the ground, 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 from the ground. Hey you, I can see you at last. You're the star of the cast, the bane of my past. Hey you, oh I'm rising right now above the tower, which is your power. I'm sick of your words and it's now my hour. I'm sick of this silence, I'd rather have violence. Sick of these forces, I'm making my choices. Chains will not break, my freedom's at stake. In this better at stake, yes, the title is fake. Sick of my halo, it's not gonna stay though. Out of control, a danger to all, awaiting disaster to the puppet master. As time's running fast, I'm rising at last from the ground, 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 from the ground. Young, I held back my tongue and let everyone else make my choices. Now I'm stuck here in a house made of speakers, hear everyone else's voices. Trapped like a fly in a beaker of glass, I can see but I can't get away. I'm floating in limbo with a soul full of sin, though I'm waiting, waiting.
Talking and tweeting business in Torbay and South Devon. This is the Torbay Hour radio show.
Oh, I told you it was a good one. Aaron Samuel and Judgment Day there on the Torbay Hour radio show. Right, Martin, what's been happening on the Torbay Hour feed?
I don't know, I was too busy singing along to that one. Right, so Academy Soccer 21, they've been on. They've got a football academy for kids 4 to 13. After school holidays, things like that. So obviously nowadays, at the moment with the kids off, I'm certainly looking for something to do with the kids over the next week or so. So if you need to get rid of them in the nicest possible way, then Academy Soccer 21 are good people to follow. At Hewitt Hire, please say hi to him. Please follow him. I'm trying to get an Audi TT out of him for a couple of days. He's got an Audi TT coming soon, and I've got my eye on it. Also, if you're looking for a builder, then give at Scaffold Torquay a follow. And also, Polly's_kettle. Now, this is very important. They've only got a week to go until they close their order book for Father's Day. So, you know, Father's Day is rapidly approaching.
Yeah, June the 21st.
Yes. Yeah, something like that. So obviously, you know, you need to get your presents early. You need to make a good one. I hope my wife is listening. And it needs to be very, very expensive.
And it needs to not be boring.
It needs to not be a screwdriver.
Or a pair of socks.
Or a pair of socks saying daddy.
Yes. It needs to be something different, like that or Music Meal gift vouchers.
You're very on message tonight, aren't you?
It's because the boss is listening.
I was going to say, you can tell Rick's listening.
I can feel the burning in the back of my head.
It's all good. No, it's, you know, obviously Father's Day is coming up, so you can't say I haven't warned you.
Yes, not only that, it's coming up to summer, and this is the part where Torbay comes into its own.
Oh, doesn't it just? It has been all weekend, although it's been a bit cloudy. It's been lovely.
It has. The flowers may have gone, but that doesn't stop the colour of business coming to Torbay, does it?
Oh,
God. By the way I did that. It's like Simon's tedious link.
Oh.
There was no countdown.
No.
Yes. So, so it's coming up to the busy part in Torbay. So this is the time now where you sort of dust away the edges and make sure that you give your business the ultimate platform, which of course is TorbayHour.
It's a good platform in Torbay.
To get it out there and get your business thriving in this boom period that we're about to have into the Bay.
Yeah, get on it. Get on the tourists. Get the tourists' money out of them.
That's what we like. Right. Now, shall we play another track or shall we do some more Twitter?
Let's do another track.
Let's do another track, shall we? This is the incredible Adam Isaac. You may have remembered him off of BBC's The Voice a few years ago. It's a brilliant one. This is another upbeat sing-along track too. It's Breathe in Love. It's the TorbayHour radio show for your Monday evening. Enjoy this one. Adam Isaac, Breathe in Love.
When something wakes you up and shakes you up and keeps you up all night, must embrace it and chase it and breathe in love. Beautiful inside. Woo, woo. Beautiful inside. Breathe in love. Breathe in love. Breathe in love. Breathe in love. The energy is golden, a supernatural high, something like an explosion is going up in the sky. When something wakes you up and shakes you up and keeps you up all night, must embrace it and chase it and breathe in love. Beautiful inside. Woo, woo. Beautiful inside. Breathe in love.
Radio Show. Brought to you by the Babacom Inn Christmas Party Night.
Adam Isaac and Breathe in Love. Right, what else has been going on the Twitter feed, Martin?
Right, okay, so a lot of people talking about Brixfest, a lot of people talking about what's been going on over the weekend. So loads of people joining us about that. It's all good. It's been a nice weekend, which is...
It's been gorgeous.
It's been good. It's unusual that something is planned and the weather joins us.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, lots of people enjoying the weather and enjoying the bank holiday and talking about Britain's Got Talent. That's something on some channel somewhere. Also, combat cleaning they've been on. They could do with a boost to their followers and things like that. Ex-army guys coming in and doing your cleaning. You can't complain.
You can't get much better than that.
I say ex-army, ex-military. I don't know for sure they're ex-army. And if they're not ex-army, then they'll come and they'll hunt me down.
Well, you know, if it's ex-military, it's going to be precise.
Exactly.
And if it's not, you can march them up and down your living room until it's done.
Just shout at them, they can take it. Also, Paramount Personnel, they've been on. They're an independent hospitality and construction specialist recruiter. So if that's what you need, then give them a follow too. Other than that, we've just had loads of photos coming in, things like that. We mentioned Marketing Geeks earlier, so Kaylee's been on from Marketing Geeks saying about how she's just suffering from her pregnancy gripes, so good luck with that one.
Oh, ouch. They say men can never experience the pain of pregnancy.
I don't know, I've had a big pizza once.
Oh, your wife's going to love you after that comment.
Yeah, she probably will.
Right, well, it has been a great weekend, and actually Torbay was named nationally for this bank holiday on the weather.
Was it?
Saying it's going to be one of the best places for weather this week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Wednesday's looking good again, I think, from the weather front.
Yes, and obviously it's half term. They're off again.
Yeah, tell me, what's everyone doing for half term? We've got about sort of 5 minutes to tell me what's going on and what you've got happening for half term. Quick tweet at Torbay_hour, hashtag TorbayHour, and let me know what you're doing, because I want to be able to promote you and get some more kiddies over your way.
That would be brilliant.
So
yeah, suggest what you're up to, or perhaps what you can provide to people so they can come to you.
Go, go, go.
Yes, one last track to finish the hour off, and then we'll be back to wrap up. It's Andy Quick's Flying Orchestra. It's played last week, but it's so good, I thought we'd play it again. It's the one on the TorbayHour radio show, sponsored by the Babacom Inn Party Nights.
What's up? It's 4 o'clock in the morning and I ain't tired. We look up, there's 50 billion suns Irene inspired. Well, I see it, feel it, the green light, born to lightning to the frontier region. It's brutal, but that's the way I go. So all this time I waited for the one. She calls, she prays, but she don't come. 'Cause all this time I waited for the one, the one, the one, the one. So what's up? It's 5 o'clock in the morning anyway. We're tired. We look up. It's 50 billion suns higher. Inspired. Oh, come on. Addiction. We're taking us to the grave and beyond. I'm moving, breathing, heart beating. That's enough for calls, she breaks, but she don't come. 'Cause all this time I wait for you She calls, she breaks, but she don't come. She don't. Oh, come on, addiction. It's your man to the good and beyond. I'm moving, breathing, heartbeats race, dancing for now.
This is the TorbayHour radio show.
That's better. Hit the button. He messes it up right at the end. Andy Quick's Flying Orchestra and the one on the TorbayHour radio show.
You were doing so well as well.
I was. I'm not going to be invited back now, am I?
I don't know. We'll have to hear from the boss and find out what he says.
We will. If you like that sort of music, you like your local Devon music and the stuff we've been playing tonight, you can tune into the Rumour Mill show right here on Music Mill FM. Bit of a plug there.
There you go. Who presents that one?
That would be, let me think, me.
Ah, there you go. Let's see. You can do it.
I can. Right, one last tip from me from the TorbayHour, or sorry, the Twitter engagement, and that is don't sell. Pressure selling is off-putting. Think of the Twitterer as an online networking event.
That's the way to do it.
So there we go. There's mine. What's the final things coming in on the Twitter feed, Martin?
Right, so we've had Running Deer CIC. They've got an event happening where they are running the Butterden to Butterden Challenge. So they're doing a 50-kilometre trek across Dartmoor to raise awareness of disabled access in the countryside, to support former forces veterans, and to raise funds for the Courses for Forces project. So give them a follow and give them a like. So we're nearly done. Have you found it? You had fun?
I think I've had fun. I hope you've had fun.
It's all been good.
I think everyone's had fun, and Rick is back in the driving seat next Monday from 8. The only place to be. It's the TorbayHour radio show.
There you go, and give Disco Junction a follow.
Yes, please do, at Disco Junction. Thanks very much for your company. Rick is back next Monday at 8, our radio show. Good night.
The TorbayHour radio show, brought to you by the Babacom Inn Christmas Party Nights.